How to break into tech sales and stand out from other applicants. I want to show you something as encouragement. Look at all of these open desks around me. I work in tech sales. I like to come into the office because I'm not a fan of working from home. I've spent the first 3.5 years of my career in tech sales, starting as a sales development representative and working my way up to an account executive. I want to share with you a new and unique perspective on how you can find your dream tech sales job, or if you happen to already work in tech sales like me, you should find some of this information quite useful as well. I'm going to start off by telling a story about a real life person who was able to get creative to actually get hired and find a job. I'm going to then talk about what is tech sales, and then finally, if you stick around until the end, I'm going to talk about the top 2 most important skills that you need to display and embody to hiring managers and recruiters so that you can really cut through the noise and show that you're serious and you have what it takes to get hired. If you'd like to support all the people out there looking for their dream tech sales job or this channel, leave a like now. I'd like to get this message out to as many people as possible. I was reading this article online talking about this very topic, and it shared a story about a guy named Jacob. He has 5 years of sales experience, general sales experience. I'm not sure if that's car sales, I'm not sure if that's retail sales, but it's similar to so many of you. I get messages daily on LinkedIn. Connect with me on LinkedIn if you haven't already. That will come into play at the end of the video, saying, Trent, I have sales experience, but I don't have any technology industry experience. How do I translate it? How do I stand out? And it's a really tricky question to answer because it's not necessarily apples to apples, it's apples to oranges. What you have to do is you have to get creative and you have to ask yourself, okay, there's a list of 100 other applicants that have a college degree, that may not have a college degree, that have some experience. Why you? And it starts with getting creative, and that's why LinkedIn is so important. What Jacob did was he identified a company he wanted to work for. That's step 1. You have to identify where do you want to work and who do you want to work for. Once you identify that company, you can just go to the normal job posting and start applying. That's what everyone does. Or you could use the back door. What the back door is called networking, building connections, adding value. He started to connect with the hiring managers, the leader of HR, the director of sales from this company. That was his dream company on LinkedIn. And rather than just saying, can I get 15 minutes of your time, blah, 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 he sent custom video messages saying why he would be a good fit. He eventually was able to get an intro through one of the hiring managers and get them to give him essentially a priority apply so that he would stand out. He ended up getting hired and getting his dream job. The takeaway from this is get creative and ask yourself, how are you going to stand out, and have a clear why and a clear story as to how your experience is going to help add value to the company. Ultimately, all of these open desks right now in this office are costing my company money. We need these desks to be full, and you, if you possess the skills to generate revenue, those are in demand, and you should feel qualified, you should feel valuable because you absolutely are, and these companies want to hire you. Next, what is tech sales? Really interesting statistic here that should be encouraging. Since the start of 2021, there have been about 65,500 open sales roles posted on Built-in's website. It's the 3rd most common job available behind developer roles and operations, and an average salary of $95,800. It's also a lucrative field to get into, which absolutely is. We have a lot of videos on this channel talking about my exact pay. At its core, tech sales typically involves selling software as a service to other businesses. Unlike retail or insurance, tech sales focuses less on promoting a product and more, this is really important, and more on helping a customer solve an issue to motivate them to make a purchase. And since most software is sold as a subscription, there's an added emphasis on helping the buyer continue to see value out of the product over the long term. Tech sales is all about providing value. You're not just selling 100 napkins or 1,000 plates. You're selling something that's a little abstract, and you have to build value around. You have to help the customer understand how your software is going to magically save them money, reduce cost, help them make more money, or mitigate risk. Those are really the key drivers. And when we think about what is tech sales, the entry-level role is a sales development or business development representative. You're primarily tasked with generating pipeline. That means cold calling, that means sending cold emails, that means doing whatever it takes to set up meetings with potential buyers in accounts that you're targeting that would potentially buy your product. You would then promote up to an account executive. That's the role I'm at right now. Account executives close revenue, meaning they win deals, and that's when you really start to make the big bucks. You run demos, you negotiate, you close. It takes organization. There's a lot that goes into it. As we think about the two most important skills that you need to show to hiring managers, the two most important skills to get into tech sales is showing that you can listen and communicate. Part of the reason why I make these videos each and every day is to help with my communication skills. I'm able to talk for 8 minutes straight with no script and rarely use filler words and still succinctly convey a relatively coherent message. It's because I practice, I do it each and every day. And one of my other key strengths is listening. What listening means to me is listening with the intent to understand rather than listening with the intent to reply. Ask yourself next time you're in a conversation when someone's talking to you, are you just listening so that you can then say what you want to say next so that you can talk about yourself? In sales, it's really important to listen to what the customer says and ask second and third layer questions. For example, the customer says, yeah, this process just really is not working for me. And you say, why isn't it working for you? They say, well, it's just super efficient and costs me a lot of time. Okay, it sounds like the process is really bad and could need improvement. What does that mean for your business? That's a third layer question. Ultimately, like we talked about, tech sales is all about conveying value and building that business case. So you really need to be able to listen and then coherently convey a message that builds value. Finally, if you're still with me at this point in the video, if you've gotten any value from this video here today, drop a like, leave a comment for the algorithm. Of course, subscribe to the channel for more sales videos. And of course, connect with me on LinkedIn because that plays into our final point. Connect with other tech sellers on LinkedIn. Even if you're not in tech sales, you need to be on LinkedIn and connect with other people that are like-minded, that are talking about it, that are in the community, because a really important part about finding that job is understanding the lingo, understanding what demo means, understanding what cold calling means, understanding a lot of these acronyms that are in the tech industry that I say without even thinking about it, but some other people may not know. And that's why you need to follow thought leaders. That's why you need to connect with other people. And don't just connect with people so that you can reach out to them and say, do you have 15 minutes so that I can ask you blah, blah, blah. Try and provide value with them. Go engage. You don't have to be posting on LinkedIn. Comment on people's posts. Like people's posts. Message them and tell them how much you appreciate them, how much value you've gotten out of them. That's ultimately what it's all about. And you keep doing all of these steps long enough and stay persistent, you will find your opportunity. You will stand out from the other applicants. I wish you the best of luck, and I hope you find whatever you're looking for. Have a great rest of the day. Bye.